Welcome to TNT Signs of Times Reports by Toby Lee Milwee. Today, I guess, would be May 7th, 23, Sunday morning. Finally got some comments up there. Maybe if I stop age restricting my stuff and I go to Messenger and I share it, you'll be able to just watch my stuff without having to have it be a troll on YouTube or whatever, like me. But, we get shut off. I just talked to a sweet elderly lady in the truck stop here. I got $3, and I was going to get a beer, but it's so cold. I ended up getting my coffee for $2.11. The lady says, "Hey man, do something with that TV volume," because all the gunshots behind me is. And I said, "Man, you better get used to those gunshots." Older gal, look kind of like my mom. She wanted to talk a little bit, and I listened to her. It was like she was allowed to say something, but then I wasn't, Well, just wait a minute. Everybody's kind of following these politicians, They never want to listen to you, but boy, they sure do some dictating, right? So I turned the TV off. I go in, I take a poop, clean my ass, asked her if she had any showers. She don't shower here. And I find it hard to believe because TA loves all the same stuff, Warren Buffett. Like the railroad and shipping ports. They should name the country fucking Warren Buffett. But anyways, try to steer away from conspiracy stuff because I can't find any information. And everybody's trolling out, and you can see that. It's cute. It is. Louis Santiago on the Real GS News. He's up there in the Grand Supreme News, with Louis and Holiday, Florida. I love his work. He's good at breaking the stuff. But he's up there fishing around on Twitter. He's like, I sent him a link about what happened to the Uber driver, and I get no credit for it. His wife were on live stream yesterday. I got in there, and nobody will reply to my comments. That's cool. James Munder actually knew who I was. So it's cool. That's why I feel like Jesus Christ in this world. I do. But the cats, that's what we need to start talking about. The dog with hands. When I saw that comment, I thought that was some ad for TikTok or something. A dog with hands. I really thought that. I just woke up too, man. My phone will not stay charged. It just won't do it. Sunday morning, for my own benefit, I'll probably stop cursing, try to, I'm working on it. But my stepmom, Joyce, had a brother named Joe. And my stepmom used to kind of talk about Joe once in a while, And when he was a kid, he found a kitten. And he had that cat up on his shoulder all the time, And I'm hearing about protecting your kitties, Number one, you've been beer-mongered. A cat, it's not going to get eaten by a dog. There might be a fight. And I do worry about that. And I'm shocked over how my baby can kick ass, and stand up for herself. It's nuts, dude. The baby, my Natalie's something else. And she's all wrapped around the handlebars right now. And we're going to take off as soon as I get this so I get this coffee. And I'm going to plug right here because I want to sit in here and record because this truck stop don't have a lot of shower number, da-da-da, and all this music playing loud. It's like going to a baseball game when you walk into Love's. It is. And I was thinking that when I walked in here. But when I went in and did my business, I paid for my coffee. And I go to pay for my coffee, and the lady goes to the other lady. There's actually two cashiers when there's nobody here. Isn't that something? But yesterday at noon, when it was busy, there was one guy in a big old line, and people were walking in and out. Man, everything's all fuckered up, man. It's called tear down the country, okay? And it's nuclear bomb money, The witchcraft that we lived off of for 80 years. We're going to pay for it. It's coming. She goes, "Hey, man, 211's like a robbery." And I said, "No, paying for the coffee's like a robbery." And I buy a beer in here, and I heard a speech yesterday how I'm not allowed to drink it there. And the police sat over here wondering what I was doing, flying the sign, and I just kind of disappeared, I went the opposite way of my shit, So I don't need them stealing my stuff like my pets. You know, you gotta worry about that too. So, anyways, longer videos. We'll get it done. So I put the phone right here on the back of this wall here. We're gonna have the door propped open because we gotta take a break every few minutes. You know, and I can fly a sign up here. It's slower than crap today. I mean, of all people, Dutch Sans is talking about weather, and I am too. There's something wrong with it, man. It's not correct. I mean, it's snowing in May. Okay, I just talked to that lady about it, the truck driver, and she agreed. So where are we at? Okay, this is take 3. Get my little trail here. I mean, it's like you're a convict if you don't have any money. It's like you're in a prison here. And if people are smartasses, their money ain't doing shit, and you go in and pay for something, it's like, you know, it's like you're on the cross, you know, 211, you know. And all down these interstates, they got like a 7 and 8 foot fence, you know. I haven't seen no longhorn sheep, but there's a statue of a longhorn sheep in here, you know. I see no animals. None. Sneak back out here. Protect your cats, huh? I'd put Tiger up on my shoulder when I found Tiger. If I slip in here and break my leg or ankle or something, I'm done. You know. You can't stay on private property, so I use the good old paving stuff like my dad, you know. I'm out here using this road too. See, there's all these rules about you can't walk down the interstate. We're doing it. We still got to go through Salt Lake. There's a train that goes through there, and I got to have some money before I get there. I really want to get a motel room in Nephi so I can shower and maybe take a couple days off and record some videos with the phone plugged in. It's at 30%. I listened to Mark Fugel last night. It was from the night before. And a lady called in from Maine saying that they're bulldozing homeless camps. I always keep my stuff clean in case I get caught out here. That's what she does. She gets all tangled up. Hi, baby. It's tough finding cat food. There's none around. And it's 3 times more than the truck stop. I know, I'll get you right now. You cry, Pop? Come on. Don't wrestle with Papa. Be a good girl. This one can fight, man. Tiger was like that when he was little. Tiger's got a good spirit, and Tiger's kind of gullible. Oh, boy. And you know, I bought this cable in January, and you can't buy anything. I'll just let her loose. She's okay. You can't buy anything in this country the last 6 months. The phones, the power banks, the stuff I use out here, it won't last 6 months. Nothing. Shoes, zipper on a jacket, a shoestring on these shoes. This cable's already got cracks and stuff in it. You know what I mean? How to protect your cats. Well, the tent, we do a lot of tents. We used to. You know, it's easy for them to put a hole in it. And when you do get a hole in the tent, shofo right through it, man, and just go from pole to pole. It'll be a new door. And the tent isn't really all that good because people can see a tent. You know, if I had a tent right here, I'd be surrounded, man. You know what I mean? I'm down in the weeds, man. Ground's wet, you know. I had a sleep bag out yesterday and it rained, right? And I went to move it, because I went to flip it over, actually. And there was a whole silhouette of moisture under the sleeping bag, but it dried to sand. You know, it's crazy, the weather. You guys got this knot in here, too. I'll get that real quick. She's a good baby. She's hungry. See, that's why she said she cried at Papa. She can't get to the food because they've been playing and screwing around last night. Tiger's been in my face sleeping all night, man. Tiger will sleep all day, and Natalie will just, you know, she likes to screw around during the day and visit with Dad and have coffee in the morning, huh, the baby? if you want to protect your animals, you better get off grid because they're going to take them from you. That's how I feel about it. That's already something they've done too. You know what I mean? Because they know there ain't gonna be no pet food. That's why I always have food for my pets, because I know if I don't, Jesus, look how big she is. She don't like being screwed with. All right. Here, you can run around, far around, get your drink and all that. Oh yeah, my coffee's in here. I was like, where'd my coffee go? When I found Tiger, I've had a set of Crocs for sunglasses, and it had a bead on those Crocs where you can hang them on your chest. The things that hook to the sunglasses, to the arms, and they had like vacuum tubing inside of like a hollow shoestring. So I put that bead around Tiger's neck and I choked it up, and I tied a shoestring, one of my shoestrings, around that vacuum hose. And that was his leash. He was a pain, boy. He still is a pain. Here, you can be feeling some. Denali likes dry food, man. She just loves it. And I'm going to have to probably try to get off the conspiracy stuff and show these trolls on YouTube what information really is. You know what I mean? I got a lot of views yesterday. I changed the title. I'm trying to pick up people. And, if we make money, we make money, which it's going anyways. We don't. We'll still get blessed another way. Man, it's just so cold. My sunglasses are in the dirt. I threw them over there, but that's okay. I found them anyways. This grate that I just walked over is broken, right? So if you hear that bang, that's how many cars are getting off the ramp. That was one in that amount of time. Longer videos. Okay. I've heard that a lot. And I could just plug the phone in. It took 10 hours to upload that half-hour video yesterday. I had to nurse the phone, watch it and stuff. But this phone, when the battery dies and I plug it in and the phone's off, I could turn the phone back on and it'll still pick up uploading the video from that point. So it's but the battery don't stay going. There's always something, but still, the tricks of the trade guys making videos for 5 years, So, I don't have any knives or anything, you know what I'm saying? And the baby's pretty, will stand up to stuff. And, it's not really nothing going to happen, you know what I mean? I worry about Dobermans and rowdy dogs, but our society is kind of weak, and when it comes to being rough, and people's dogs are kind of. We just stayed in Washington, and people walk their dogs, and there's this big old husky, but it's a nice dog because the people's so soft. This one is a roughhouser, man. Protect my cats. I don't even want to say it, but I've never had any bad luck yet. Yeah, sharpen them nails. She's going to come up visit with me a little bit. Kind of just let her do her thing. I wake up and I move Tiger, and then he's sitting right there on my butt. I'm trying to put my shoes on. That Tiger's like my buddy, man. And you figure they just dumped the coffee right down the drain, So there ain't no beer today until Dad can make another few bucks. That's going to be rough. There ain't nothing on this interstate. It's quiet, man. And what I like to do is sit around. There's some more nice jet chills there. What I like to do is sit around in the morning and try to figure out if I'm going to wear the ball cap, the jacket, and the hoodie, or the snow cap and the, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy weather, man. It's Dutch Sense is talking about it, and that blows me away. I've been watching Dutch for a long time, and at least 4 years, 5 years, somewhere in there. I don't want to over exaggerate it, but I know it's 5 years. It's time for a turd. I got 1,600 views of Tiger taking a poop. I'm like, Jesus, man. And I don't know, I didn't pick up no subs off of it, though. On a short. The truck driver lady tells on me for turning the TV off when she asked me to do it. Can you believe that? People don't like each other, man. It's not even about racism no more. It's about the money. Because they're in there working, not doing shit, getting us $17 an hour, and they've jacked everything up 3 times. Cigarettes are $10 a pack. It's a P, huh? Okay. So I know you're okay. She's eating that. There'll be a drink of water after that. It took me 2 hours to make $5 yesterday. And I had the same shit going on with the cloud from the sun over here, and it got cold after my 2-hour nap, and now it's doing the same thing this morning. The sun's gonna come out, and it's gonna go up. It'll probably go up 20 degrees, for about an hour, maybe, if you're lucky. It cracks me up how long her whiskers are. Let me try to get a shot of that. Loves grass, No fleas, no ticks. Don't have to do nothing. It's called love. You put love in, you get it back, man. I spend time with my kids and my channel every day, man. Channels, ones I can't get into, and shutting you off. Bancorp Bank screw us, Her whiskers are just so long. And I do worry about them getting hurt, because if they do, I'm not going to. They're going to end up dividing. Excuse me. Yeah, 8 hours to upload a half-hour long video, and it'll be at 8%, and the video's up 20%. The phone battery will be at 8%. The video's uploaded 20%. And I'll plug it in, and it'll wear it down and shut it off, the phone. We have the best stuff. And this, look, man, it was a flag taken out on the Kremlin. And the lady was just telling me about a flag with the ambassador. Took the Ukrainian flag. There was kids laughing. It was on a short. I'll have to look for that. It is about the flag. You bet. It's nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. And there's going to be 7 nations that are going to come down within 5 years. Okay? I think we're number 1 on the list. That tiger's over here. Come on in. He's still wrapped around the handlebars. I just found this. This is a cute little C-clamp. I just found it. And it works. It's not all bent up or nothing. It was on the road. It's old. So I use that on the bicycle frame right here to keep the water upright. You know what I mean? I didn't do it yesterday, but I'm surprised we haven't had to move back under the bridge again. Harnesses, you know what I mean? The breakaway collars, that's so the cat could get off the leash and ran over. The breakaway collars, so your animal doesn't get hurt. It's more of the safety shit. You know what I mean? It's hard to keep up with it, man. Tiger went through so many harnesses when he was little. It's crazy. And really, both these guys, there's kind of a king of the hill game played when Tiger cuddles with me. They don't ever both cuddle with me, and lately they have been. And it's, you know, it's who could be close to dad. And the baby's not a cuddler. I mean, she has been, but they both cuddled with me for the first time ever for most of the morning, and that was yesterday morning. And that's odd. Usually they wrestle a little bit, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, she loves smelling all these bushes. She smells everything, you know. And she wants to stay up and visit with dad. That's fine. You got stuff on your eyes. It's always really clean and soft. I swear she smells like perfume. And she was born under her bathroom sink. And I don't know how she preserved the scent of perfume, but she did. She might want to go to sleep, so this is how I do that. We're starting to root the blankets, so or the sleep bag. We actually got a real sleep bag. Come on. Get over, Tiger. Come on. Get her in there and pick it up. She'll go in there with Tiger. There we go. Raise the roof up where she can see Tiger. She's going in. See? She'll go in there with Tiger. Well, that was enough of that then, huh? And I kind of let them do what they want to do, you know. She'll go in there with him. See? Excuse me. The box is small, you know. And I'll tell you what, talk about dumbfounded. I can hitchhike down this interstate, have people pick me up, and go through 2 or 3 states, and people don't even know I've had cats. Or ask what's in the box. I'm serious. It's getting rougher by the second, too, man. The economy is slowing down every second. It's slowing down more. And, you know, when you have a credit card, you know what I'm saying? When you have one of these, you know, get ready, okay? Because I had a lady last night I was listening to come up on Marfugel's channel. You can look at it, it's a day old, and she called in from Maine and they're bulldozing campings, you know. And Florida's got major problems. That came up too. And Adam asked Dex, he goes, hey man, what's up with Florida? And he goes, that's totally 100% true, you know. They've inflated everything. You know, they're trying to drag in all that money, you know. And that's less bullets, right? Our land's going to get invaded. Okay. You can see that coming. I'm trying to figure out what he's hauling. They got grandma driving a truck, and now I'm an asshole that don't want to work. They won't even let me drive a car. And I know when my ID comes expired on November, I'm not getting one. I know that's coming, you know. I take care of my shit. I have to get it out every time I buy a cigarettes, a beer. I have to hear the rules and everything else because we're communists. Yeah. That probably is El Grandma. It's okay, man. I understand, you know. I let her ramble on, and, you know, she goes, I'm rambling on and stuff, and when I'm done with you, I'm done with you. And I was like, I felt like I was like a rubber or something. Thanks for hauling shit for China. Because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that. You know what I mean? There's obviously something planned, you know. You haven't heard that art bang yet. There ain't no sense getting out there flying a sign, is there? And there's actually another spot down the street. It's about a half mile. I could plug my phone in and slide my phone underneath the propane bottles. And if I try to blow up something, you know. Because if your shit becomes missing, it's a civil matter. Somebody got killed on the New York subway. Louis Santiago and the Real JS News had it up there. They took over. I just posted shit about street takeovers. Yeah, street takeovers. Try not to choke here. And their take over the subway because somebody was in the subway smoking crack or whatever, and there was a black man that got killed by the train, and there's a major uprising going on in New York. I mean, there's Luis Santiago goes hell. He goes hell. He goes, and then there's a lady on her back, and the cops are grabbing her feet and stuff. I mean, it's like a bunch of little kids. I mean, it's scary to watch. How long is it going to be before I have to get involved in all that wrestling? You know what I mean? And I understand, Mr. A dog with hands. You know, I understand. I do. It's going to get scary, man. And the best thing you can do is get off grid. You know what I'm saying? I got YouTube Studio up there, and I'm not getting any comments. You know? I mean, how many more ways are you going to shut me off, man? Break out those guillotines. Let's go. My head will go off the end laughing at you, man. I'm a real conspiracy theorist, man. I'm not going to get up there and ride the train with the flag on the Kremlin, and then it was the hypersonic missile. You know what I mean? Every day it's some bullshit, you know. Everybody follows the bait. And I get a kick out of it, man. You know, all they're doing is they're seeing how smart you are, and they're laughing, okay, because you ain't very smart. Instinct, okay? A cat's got instincts. There's the second car. The grate's all busted up, and it's called band iron, and it flaps up and down. You know, it's sharp. You know, I don't know how anybody doesn't get a flat tire off of that. There's one whole diesel tire laying there in the middle of the street. I was standing in the middle of it yesterday, flying a sign, you know. Regroovable, it says on it. I remember DOT started that too. We had 8 regrooved tires on a car trailer we built from scratch. The old man brought home 2 big pieces of I-beam, and we used that for the 2 runners. So it's sort of like a race car trailer, you know, a small car trailer. It had no springs, and it had 6-hole Chevy Blazer 4-wheel drive wheels on that trailer. And we had 4 regrooved tires, and they were 16 ply, you know. And they lasted a long time. The old man they kind of painted the tire and greased it all up, you know, after they did it, you know, like it's new and stuff. Because you're not allowed to build nothing here. Okay. In the last World War, they was telling people how to build their bicycles with wooden pedals rather than rubber. And now the rubber is all down the side of the road. Now, you know, nation across every state, I know you know. So, James Munder actually knew who I was. I appreciate that. That shows me how I'm shadow banned, and these people on YouTube don't want to be united. You know what I mean? In that dividement, they can see that too. We'll go for a half hour. It's gonna take 10 hours to upload this video. You know what I'm saying? A box. You can put your cats in a box. I want a toolbox. Now I found one going down the road. It was aluminum, and the lid was tore up on it. But I want one of those little toolboxes that go in the bed of a truck when I get off grid. And I didn't realize there were aluminum ones nowadays. And you know, you put them in a box. The only thing that can get in here is a snake or bugs. You know, and I guess wolves or whatever can tear this off. You know what I mean? They can bite and get into here. You know what I'm saying? And I got holes, so I got a hole in the lid here, right here. So when I'm pushing the bike, I can actually see them. You know what I mean? That makes me a lot more comfortable. The first container Tiger had was one of those ones where you could kind of see the silhouette, like a white milky container. That's the first one, so he could see me, you know. Because, you know, when I'm pushing this bike down the road, they're actually right there with me, and they can see me, and I talk to them, and, you know, they wrestle a little bit. You know, you put them in there, and sometimes it'll be they'll quarrel a little bit, you know. Tiger don't mind getting in it. It's the baby. The baby does that. But she just got that sleep back, you know. It's got to be kind of, you know, ready to rock and roll. I mean, I'm proud of my hair being that long, too. It's getting there. I woke up and I said, well, I'll record over here. And there's people standing around that want to babysit people, you know. So anyways, I'll proof watch this. I appreciate the comments. Maybe I could get some other content, how to survive, you know what I mean? Because I think you better figure that out. It's going to be a big bang here right about now. Bam. He missed it. Hear it bang, 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 bang. They don't take care of nothing, man. I seen a guy jump over that thing yesterday and hit the brakes in between that and the stop sign. I couldn't believe he stopped. It was like, wow, my mom used to drive like that. He grabbed the dash. I'm serious, man. I know how to work on engines. I know how to, handle my animals. I know how to edit videos. Go to my other channel, Tiger Signs and Times Reports, and look at the editing I was doing back in January. It's some work. It took time. It wasn't work. It was just wasting time, really. Like how we waste 80 years to burn their soul in this country. So anyways, we love you. We care about you. And I hope it's good information for you. And we're out.